Hey YouTube, quick video about my Honda OEM soft upper door and mirror install. Um, of course, when you put your soft upper door on, now you've closed in this area here that we used to have the mirror mounted right here. You can see that originally I had this mirror mounted right here on the roll bar. And of course, when I put the doors on, it requires this plastic thing be mounted here, and this whole area here gets closed in, so you can no longer mount your mirror right here. It can't be mounted up here at all because the door swings open. This part of the door swings open now, and the door would be hitting the mirror if it was mounted up here. So I had to mount it on the door. And took me a little while to decide what I was going to do there. I searched the internet and tried to find something, looked for Jeep mirrors and all kinds of stuff. And I finally, come up with this idea that, hey, look, you already have these mirrors. Why buy a new set of mirrors? Why not just figure out how to mount them up on and get them up to where you can see them out through the window. So that's what I did. These are Espiato, Spato. I don't know. I bought them on Amazon. So it's Spauto. And I've loved the mirrors. I think they're just fine. They work out fine. They fold. They spin a little bit, tilt, pivot, whatever you want to say. I was fine with the mirrors. They just wouldn't work on their old mounts because they would be, all the way down here, and that just wouldn't work. So I went to Tractor Supply and I bought some of this 1/8-inch aluminum flat stock. It's 2 by 1/8 by 48 inches long. I think I paid, maybe 17 or 18 bucks for it. It was way more than I needed. You can see I have, quite a bit left over there. But I, put it in my vise, and I just sawed it off with a hacksaw, and I cut the corners off and shaped them with a file, just tools that I had here. And I clamped, when I figured out how much of a bend I needed in this, and I used a cardboard template to make a template for how much I needed to bend it, because I wanted to mount using this existing screw hole, which is simply, one of the bolts that hold your plastic on. So I made that template so I'd know how to bend it, and I clamped it in the vise and, grabbed I have a pair of vice grips with the flat nose on them. And this is how I bent that. I just clamped that part in there and kind of worked it slowly and bent it over. And then I, drilled my mounting holes so that, like I said there, I used this existing hole, and then I had to use a secondary screw, because when you mount that like that, if you don't have a secondary screw, when you hit a limb or something, it's going to want to, rock back, tilt back, and fall down, and then in no time at all, then your bolt's loose. So in both cases, the top and the bottom, I used a secondary screw for extra stabilization there. The top is mounted. So this Espiato I'm sure a lot of the mirrors that you buy are of similar design, where this went on here, and you could adjust the way you put it on, you want it adjusted, and then you just tighten up that screw through there. So I used the existing screws, and I used that mounting hole right there, and then as mentioned, I have a secondary screw in there to keep it from rocking back, keep it stable. And they are very, very stable. So I'm pleased with that. I do get a little bit of vibration when I'm setting idling, where the mirror vibrates a little bit. But as soon as you give it a little bit of gas and start to move, it sturdies right back up. So I'm not concerned about that at all. Very pleased with it. And I belong to the Honda Pioneer 1000 Facebook page, and I've actually seen some folks saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing for mirrors when you put the soft upper doors on?" And so, yeah, this is what I've done. Very pleased with it. I actually had them on there, and I rode it for a couple of weeks, and I decided, okay, it's time to take that aluminum off of there and get it painted. So that's what I was doing today. It's raining out all day, and I took these off and painted them, and just putting them back on. And I wanted to show you this and share this information with you, and maybe somebody will be able to use it. Okay, thanks for watching.